Welcome to another episode of Epic Gamer Dad Reviews. Today we're going to review Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, also known as the Snes or SNES. The first installment of the series that would become epic in its own rights. The second you turned the game on and there was intro music, you knew this game was set to legendary status. Any game that draws you in within seconds just by its iconic sound, you know you're in for a treat. Nintendo dropped this title in September of 1992, and it went on selling over 8.3 million copies in its lifetime, making it one of the greatest selling SNES games of all time. And the success of that title launched series into the spans of decades. To me, this game was a break from all the side-scrolling. From the regular Nintendo to the Super Nintendo, a majority of the games were designed in side-scrolling. So when Nintendo used what's called the Mode 7, it gave this game a great new retrospect of gameplay. Another great game you may know of that utilized Mode 7 is F-Zero, and you can guarantee we'll be doing a review on that soon. So let's talk about Mode 7. Mode 7 is a technique that developers use to create scaling effects. This effect creates the illusion of movement over a 2D plane, also giving the illusion of a 3D effect. If you are interested in learning more about Mode 7, I will have a link in the description below. That video does an excellent job for explaining the intricacies of Mode 7. Okay, so now with all the greatness of Mode 7 set aside, let's take a look at the game mechanics. So there are 8 playable characters. They all have slightly different handling mechanics on how they accelerate, brake, hop, drift, and even turn. Some of these characteristics are founded through the weight classes. This game also featured a plethora of weapons that you could use to battle your friends and the computers with. Some of these weapons include the banana peel that hangs on the course, the green shell that shoots straight but bounces all over the place, the red shell that seeks other players, but it will shatter when it hits other objects. And you can also get the star that gives you a speed boost as well as invincibility. There are other personal boosters in the game like the mushroom boost, the feather that makes you hop, and the lightning bolt that makes everyone shrink and slow down. These weapons are like the great equalizer. The further back you are in the rank, the more powerful of an item you have a chance to get. For example, if you're in 8th place, you have a higher chance of getting the lightning bolt. The game has 3 difficulty settings, reflected in 50 cc's, 100 cc's, and 150 cc's. The first 2 are simple to manage, and still you can get first place with making a few mistakes. If your skills are good enough though, you can overlap the computer. However, 150 cc's is a whole different story. You need to absolutely master the tracks and utilize shortcuts in order to win. If you don't, you won't win, because the computer is most definitely cheap. There are some aspects to the game that can be extremely frustrating. These quirks about the game end up zapping some of the fun while playing in 150 cc's. This game operates in somewhat of a fairness scale, and it's designed to help new or unskilled players have a chance to do better. However, this also adds a greater challenge to the better and more seasoned players of the game. I do believe that this trade-off created a gap in the performance of the PC, giving them unfair advantages. The fact that the computer can just float through objects, they can seem to have unfair speed boosts, as well as being able to generate objects without hitting any item squares. Even with those frustrations in play, this game is still amazing. You can learn to overcome the computer with your track skills. Another great feature to the game is battle mode, and one of the special weapons that you can get in battle mode is the Ghost, where it makes you turn invisible and you get to steal your opponent's weapon. Battle mode also features special courses that you drive around in fighting your opponent with goodies that you find on the map. The rails and guide bumps really add a dimension to the level. These guide bumps and rails also create a dynamic in the game to make it harder to pop your opponent's balloon. This is a feature I didn't really get into much until the Nintendo 64 version of Mario Kart. With all that being said, this game is special to me. I remember playing this game at a friend's house. I spent hours over there. I eventually mastered it and beat the game before my friend even did. The turtle was my main guy. I didn't end up getting this title until I was much older and had started my own personal Nintendo collection. I always remembered the game and how it was great fun. When I finally got the game 20 years later, holding the game in my hand, I was swelled with memories, thoughts, and emotions of nostalgia. Picking up this game for the first time in over 20 years made me realize why this was one of the greatest titles to this genre. The quality of the game exceeds its time and era. When I put my hands in the controller and listen to the sounds, it puts me back to easier days. A sense of endless nostalgia continues to run through my emotions and my mind, forever creating a special place in my heart. I wish more modern games would take note. I feel as though modern games, in most cases, have lost special charms. So, what about you? Do you have any favorite memories with this game? If so, please share in the comments below. I would really enjoy hearing from you. If you like our videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. You'll also get updates on when I go live playing some of these great and amazing games we do reviews over. And please, don't forget to hit the like and share button. It helps out greatly. Well, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope to see you next time on Epic Gamer Dad Reviews.